Today we'll be reviewing your model airports. Starting off is Orlando International Airport. Immediately a few tips to begin with. The ground markings have been made using paintbrushes. I would highly advise you to use Uniposca paint markers and a ruler or protractor to draw straight lines. Another tip for your airport is to, you guessed it or not, add modeling grass. Any tint of grass is fine, and it will definitely bring your airport more to life. This is Boston Logan International Airport, based on the actual airport in Boston. This airport is created by Mark, and I really like this airport. It's got great ground markings, a lovely looking 3D printed terminals with jet bridges, ground service equipment, and a great variety of American airlines. Here on the side of the airport you could add some modeling grass, and as your airport is quite finished, you could consider adding lights to go a step further into more realism. But this is really for the extra, you could add a background to your airport that will replace the beige wall and create even more immersion, specifically on photographs like these. But overall, a pretty nice airport. Here we have Myrtle Beach International Airport in South Carolina. The first thing that I notice are the very neat ground markings on this airport. Plus he has created some good looking, cheap ground service equipment using clay. The creator asked for advice on how to create something from the terminals because they are plain white now. At the upper level of the terminal you can add windows with gaps in between them for the jetways and put the gate number on the terminal as well. And on a lower level you can create doors or spaces where your ground service equipment can be. Or if you don't have jet bridges and the passengers walk from the terminal to the aircraft, you can of course make a door in the lower section with a zebra crossing on the road which leads them to the aircraft. Here we have Rosie International Airport located in California. For you also the tip that I just described for the terminals to give them some life and texture. At the end of the runway you made these lights which I think is really creative and I haven't seen yet anywhere. And I think if you position them a bit better, like making them horizontal, they will look pretty nice. And one small note, heading 720 doesn't exist. The runway number indicates which heading the runway is to. This can be anywhere from runway 01 to runway 36. 72 isn't possible for a runway number. Next is Hamburg Airport, made out of Gemini Jets products again. We've seen many airports like this one. So my advice would be for anyone having a Gemini Jets airport to add something that makes it unique and not the Gemini Jets standard. You can add more lights, modeling grass next to the runway on top of the green layer here. Use your creativity and I'm sure you can make this airport unique. This is a 1 to 200 scale Ontario International Airport. It's based on airport mats, but I really like how structured the ground service equipment is parked on this airport. He's created separate parking spots for all the different vehicles and it really looks good in my opinion. So if you think your airport is a mess because you have loads of ground service equipment and you don't know where to place them, create parking positions. This is JK International Airport. 4 gates and 3 cargo gates this airport consists of. My first tip would be to make the ground either asphalt black or concrete gray. This will make your airport look 100 times better. Then you can add ground markings onto the concrete or asphalt layer, which will make your airport look way better. I must say I do like all the fire trucks that are, I think, made out of clay. Here we have Edinburgh International Airport, which I want to show to you because of its terminal. All the elements on top of the roof really make this terminal look really realistic. So for anyone not knowing what to do with their terminal, take a good look at this one, because in my eyes this one is perfect. The rest of this airport consists of a great variety of aircraft, based on the traffic on Edinburgh Airport of course. All airplanes have great amounts of ground service equipment around them. And the ground markings also look really neat. Here is Fenwick's International Airport near Heathrow and Gatwick, and it shares their traffic. I hope you're going to make the wooden plate grey and redo all the taxiway lines like you did them before, because they really look neat and detailed on the images. This is the first episode in which I see clay ground surface equipment, which is a method of creating cheap and realistic looking ground surface equipment which I haven't seen before, and is a great idea for anyone looking for cheap ground surface equipment. This is St. Nicholas International Airport in the North Atlantic Ocean. This airport has got some very colorful ground markings in both red, blue and green colors. But they actually look good. Also here on the left at these stands, the ground markings are detailed. One thing you could consider doing is adding more of these plants around the modeling grass. A single bush of flowers is a little bit plain on this big piece of grass. Also some more ground surface equipment like fuel trucks, baggage carts and pushback trucks would do well for the realism on your airport. This is New England International Airport based on London Heathrow Airport. A pretty complete airport once again. It even has a mini rail crossing the whole length of the airport. Some of the models on the airport are made out of paper, like this Ryanair Boeing 737, which is a really cost-effective way of collecting model aircraft. You could consider adding some more ground markings in addition to the white lines you have over here, but overall a good looking airport again. The second last airport in this video is Mansfield International Airport, where it's quite snowy. This winter wonderland airport consists of a Gemini Jets terminal, and it's got great amounts of ground surface equipment. You could have done the ground markings a bit neater using a ruler, for example, and make the wooden underground here a tint of grey like you did on the stands to really perfectionize your airport. And the final airport is Manchester Northwestern Airport, of course located in Manchester. From the top this looks like a great airport with lots of models, ground surface equipment and just a complete airport overall, but wait till I show you the pictures that he supplied. I'm just gonna go by them one by one, and I think this is the best airport that we've seen in this episode. Solely thanks to the pictures that he supplied of his airport. Just look at all these British Airways stills lined up. Doesn't it look amazing? Oh, I love this. You can follow him on Instagram at 12400 Model Aviation. For me, this is also the airport that's going to the grand finale episode at the end of this season to compete for a grand prize. More info about the prize will follow. If you think another airport from this episode deserves a spot in the grand finale episode, let me know in the comments. The commented airport with the most likes will be progressing to the final episode as well. I would like to thank everyone for watching to this video. A big thank you to all the people who sent in their airports for this video. I loved reviewing them. Please consider to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then I will see you in the next video.